Hello YouTube. This is That Queer Black Feminist. Making my first, I guess, official video for the YouTube channel. The last video that I made was the introductory video, and so today I'm going to be talking to you about something specific. A post that I wrote in my blog, thatqueerblackfeminist.wordpress.com, called Get Over It. And in the post, I talk about my frustration with being told to get over it being racism. And towards the end, I extend my hand to invite white people to the conversation as far as racism is concerned. And black people have had this history of being kept out of conversations when it comes to treatment in this country, affairs and things like that, and we've been the marginalized group, and it's not fair for us to do that to white people when we're having conversations about race, because we're always having conversations about race by ourselves within our own community, which I guess is normal. You talk to people who would understand your struggle, because the person who's doing things to you isn't listening to you. But I think at this point in time, in American history, we are at a place where we can actually have this kind of conversation. We're ready for this kind of conversation, because I believe that white people are ready to listen. And this kind of conversation could create some sense of camaraderie between the races, because the majority of the problems that are between whites and blacks is just a lack of understanding, a lack of awareness, lack of I don't want to say empathy, but yeah, empathy for what black people have gone through and are going through. And so I believe that the conversation could really be beneficial in that area. And silence is never the solution to a public discourse type of issue. When we stay silent, we just prolong the issue. We're not really taking care of it. And so to solve it, we have to talk about it. Whenever you have a problem with someone, you don't just not talk about it with that person, because how do you expect for that problem to get solved? It's not going to get solved. It's just going to be prolonged. And so the conversation is now being prolonged by black people, not necessarily by white people. I believe that white people are ready to have a conversation, and black people are upset. And I think there are times when I really think to myself, like, okay, we need to calm down and we need to just talk about it. And so, because within the conversation, not only can white people be made more aware and learn more things, but so can black people, because there are some things that black people could stop doing to stop the issue of racism. And so we keep pointing fingers, like, oh, well, they're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this. Well, what are we doing? Let's do a bit of introspection as far as our community is concerned. And so I believe that we could get that within that conversation, because our toes going to be stepped on during the conversation. Yeah, that's just a given, and we have to be ready for that. And we can't be angry when that happens. We can't have that type of reaction, because we can't learn anything, we can't teach anything, we can't come to any sort of agreement, any sort of understanding, if we're afraid of our toes getting stepped on. So I believe that it's important to walk into that sort of conversation with that in mind. And that's something that a lot of people forget, and people get angry, and then the conversation just stops because things blow up. So, like I said, I am here extending the invitation hand to white people to please participate in the conversation. Please do not feel shut out. Please state your opinions, state whatever you have to say, and let's help each other progress, because it takes two to tango, but it also takes two to fix it. And so that's the extent of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that I got the ball rolling for some conversation, either on this page or with the next person that you meet or with whomever. just start having that conversation. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, send me an email at thatqueerblackfeminist@gmail.com. Please don't forget to take a look at the blog, www.thatqueerblackfeminist.wordpress.com, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.